Welcome to this session of the course. So today we are going to be creating a manipulation design in Photoshop. So this manipulation is an image of a young boy that's on a car and he's driving from a desert right into a city. So it's just like a transition from a desert to a city. So I'll first of all start by creating a new file. Yeah. So I use my usual frame that I use 2400 for the width and 3000 for the height. Resolution set to 300, and then I create. So I already have everything that I'm going to use for this design. That's the images. I already have all of them here in one folder to avoid me moving into my system because it can get complicated sometimes. So this is it. I already created this frame here. So I'll first of all bring in the background. This is the desert background. I'll bring it in. And then I would resize it in a way that it fits into the design. So sorry, I would resize it. I'll drag it up to see. Okay, so I'll fit it to the frame and see how it goes. Something like this. Yeah. Okay. So I'll leave it like this. So maybe I can probably resize it later when I'm maybe doing any other thing. But for now I'll just leave it like this. Then next thing I'll bring in the boy. No. I want to have it's like an open door. So I already have the image here, like I said. So this is the door. Oh, I mistakenly opened it as an image. So this is the door picture. I'll drag it and I'll drop. So I'll also resize this one to fit into the frame the way I want it to be. So I think something like this is fine. Let me see. Like this. Yeah, so I think this is okay like this. This is okay like this. So what I'm going to do, I need to add some shadows to the door. So it shows like it gives the shadow of this particular left side of the door opening and the shadow of the right, and then some minimal shadows down of it. So I'm going to first of all start by creating those shadows before I even drop the other images. Oh, yeah. Let me just start by doing that first. So I'll first of all just I'll create a new folder, a new layer, sorry. Then I would zoom in like this. Then I'll use the black brush, reduce the size of the brush. So I just want to paint in some dark shadows down of the door here. Just some slight dark shadows down. Just something like this. No. Yeah. I don't think I'll be needing this part of the door to show, so I won't really stress about painting the shadows here. So I'll move to the next side of the door and I'll paint the shadows as well. So just to make it look like it's actually standing there. So that's the essence of adding shadows to your picture. So sometimes if you have the real picture, you can look and see how the natural shadows are on the actual picture. But for this one, we don't have a natural picture. It's just a PNG that I got online. So I'm just going to I have to just improvise in this case. So for this one, these shadows like this, let me zoom out and see. Yeah. So let's turn off the shadows. You see, if I turn off the shadows and turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, you can see that he actually has an impact there. So I'll just paint in some more, like here, add some more like that. Then the other one too, same thing. Yeah, so I think this is okay. Yeah, so this is what I have. Then next thing I'll add the shadows of the right door and the left door. So let me just rename this layer to shadow one, shadow one. Then I'll use this next one. I'll use a pencil. I'll change this thing to shape. Okay, it's on shape already. Then make sure it's black. Then I'll just go. The layer is actually behind the door, so it's actually going to paint behind. It's going to be behind the door. So I'll use the pencil, and then I'll just create this something like this. Let me say like no, not this. Mm, let me see. And then to this area of the door or behind. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just using a pure black shape like this to create the shadows. Yeah. So I'll just leave it like this. Then I would use the same shape too and go for the second one too. Then let's see. Second one I would do almost the same thing. Okay, I think this one should go here. Yeah. Then okay, it's actually above the door, so I'll just take it behind the door. Yeah, so this is what we have. But I need to like yeah, drop the opacity, give it some blur effects and something like that. So first of all I'll go to the one by the left, then I'll add a first of all add a Gaussian blur. Yeah, convert it to smart object so I can always come and make adjustments to the levels that we have, the radius. So let's see Gaussian blur. I'll just leave it at this 6.0. Then I'll add a motion blur too. So it's motion blur. Uh, Something like this. Then let me see. I'll drop the opacity down a bit. Yeah, so you can see the way it is. I've dropped the opacity down. Is if I leave it full, it's too dark. So I'll drop the opacity down a bit. You can see how it is now. So I'll leave it at let me just say 65. Yeah. Then I'll go to the second shadow, that's the second shape, and add the same levels for the Gaussian blur and the motion blur. So see, it automatically snaps to the gives us that same figure that we have for the other one. So it's the same thing. Though for the motion blur, we need to adjust these angles here. Yeah, let me see. I'll just change this one like this, and I'll save it. Then let's see the level of opacity. This one is 65, so we'll add the same level 65 for this one too. Yeah, so you see what we have now. So it actually shows like doors are open and the shadows are beside it. So the next thing I'll do, I'll bring in the car which the boy is going to be sitting on. I already have PNG for this, so but if you want to do, okay, this is where I got this is the actual car image. So this is the actual car image. Yeah, this is the actual car image. So you can, so I had to crop it out from here. So whenever you can just search for normal image like this, and then you just take what you want out of it, and leave the background like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in the car. So this PNG of the car, I'll drag it and drop, and then I have to resize it, and it has to be in front of this stuff like this. Then somewhere here, I think like this. Then I'll just make it so it stays straight. So I think the car, if I need to make it bigger, it's too small. Yeah, I think big as this is fine. So I'm just trying to adjust it in a way that it actually works well. So there's something I observed in this car picture. I want to remove this right glass here. I feel like maybe since we don't have the second one, it's not going to really look up well for this one. So I'll just use the pen to part tool, then I'll just select the side that I don't want. Let me zoom in closer. So I'll just select here like this. Uh, yeah, like, yeah. Then I'll click Control Enter, and then I just delete it. So I don't want that side of the car, that mirror, that right, or is it the left mirror? So I don't want it. So I'll leave the car like this. I need to also add shadows for the car, like down of it. So I think like this is fine. Or let me bring the car down a bit. Mm, then I'll just take Zen up. I'm trying to have like a balance between the entire stuff here. So um let me see. Okay. So this is what we have. Yeah, so this is it. Then the car. I would just okay even for this door. I will just add. Let me see if I can just add some little just to tone it a bit. Just add some. I just use camera raw filter to brighten it a bit. Yeah, so just to add some little brightness and some other things like that. Yeah, so this is not something really necessary. It's just something I usually do. And if I see it's not really nice, then I'll just take it off. But I think this is pretty okay. So this car too, same thing. Just add some slight brightness to it. The next thing I'll do is to add shadows, but that will be after I finish brightening this car now. All right. So contrasts, exposure, drop the highlights, take the whites up, increase the highlights a bit. So I'm just trying to, yeah, so that's it. Then I'll add some shadows to the car, which is going to be beneath the shadow layer. So I create a new layer here, and then let me see how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to use the pen tool. Yeah, the pen tool to do a shape behind the car. So I'm just going to do a shape like this. I just want to have a round shape. So something like this. Yeah. Then I'll add shadows to it. So I'll add Gaussian blur, convert to smart objects, and then I can just blur it to the level I want. Yeah, so yeah, I think this level of blur is okay. Then I'll add a motion blur to see if that can maybe do something to it as well. So let me say I add a motion blur like this and I increase it a bit. Yeah. So this is actually good because let me drop the opacity down a bit and see. Yeah. I dropped the opacity slightly because if I drop it too much, it's not going to give us the actual shadows that we want. So the opacity I'll leave it at 95. Then I'll still add maybe some little shadows. Mm, just zoom in, pick our brush. Because if you can observe, you see that the tire area needs maybe some additional shadows to it. So I would use my brush here and I just paint in some shadows to this side and this side as well. Okay. Yeah, so I think the shadows now we have here is okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. Maybe I can still adjust it later on, but for now I'm leaving it like this. Yeah, because let me observe the shadow on the actual picture and see. I think I have the okay, now the picture opened. So let me see. Yeah. this is the picture on the shadows on the actual picture. So okay, what I can do, maybe I can make it have some more extra shadows, or maybe add some Gaussian blur to the one I have. So let me see. Select this one, go to the Gaussian blur. So you see the work of the smart objects. So I just came here and I can increase. Yeah, I think this works nice. Yeah. So you can see what it does. Yeah. Then I also add the the motion blur. Yeah, motion blur. Double click on the motion blur and see if I can increase it to. Then in that case, the opacity needs to go higher because I don't really want them to see like what's under the car that much. It just needs to be darkish because yeah. Okay, yeah, so that is it about this car. So the next thing I will do is to bring in the boy, the picture of the boy sitting here. Then I would picture of the boy sitting, then I'll add some shadows to his picture as well. So the next thing, this is the boy picture. I already have the PNG version of it. I'll bring it here, then I'll drop it down. Okay, drop it down like this. Okay, I'm just trying to look at it and see if it actually fits, because you know the proportions between the boy and the car it needs to balance, so it doesn't look as if the boy is too big for the car or is too small for the car. So I think this particular position is okay. Yeah. Or let me just drop it down slightly smaller than the way it is. Yeah, so I'll leave it like this. Then I would first of all, then I'll add some brightness to the picture. Yeah, I'll just brighten it up with camera raw filter. So increase the exposure for the picture, the contrasts, highlights down a bit, shadows down a bit, whites. So I need to like add make the boy picture bright because it's really dull on the picture on the frame there. So it needs to be really brighter than it is. So I'm adding the exposure much. If it's too bright, then I can drop it down. Yeah, so I think this is good. So you see, though there's another lighting effect I'm going to do, like to add some lights around his the sides of his picture and all that. But for now, this is what we have. So I'll zoom closer. Then same thing, the same way I added shadows to the car and the door. I'll do the same thing here. So I think I need to move this picture a bit because kind of let me see. I think this picture needs some balancing, like needs to have some yeah. Alright. I'll just leave it like this. So whenever you're working on something like this, you can take your time to like make sure everything is properly arranged. So yeah, this is what I have for the boy. I'll just go ahead to add the shadows. the shadow for his picture. Then so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the shape tool to just draw the pen tool to draw a shape, something like this. Let me see this like this. Then I'll just drawing something that can actually look like the boy, like give that figure kind of shape for the boy. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and add blur Gaussian blur to this. Let's see. Just too much. So I just okay. I'm trying to see the level of blur of Gaussian blur effect that's going to actually work for it. So same thing. I'm going to add a emotion blur here too. This is much. So let's see. Is this so? Let me see. If you zoom closer, you observe that the shadows are not hitting the edges of this picture. So let me try and resize it by just dragging a bit like this. And no, I think I'm just increasing the size. So I drag it sideways a bit and see if that would help anything. Okay, in that case, I need to like clean out some areas of the shadow. Yeah, so let me just reduce the opacity for this one. I'll still add some more blurs to it. Then I would add a clipping mask, and then I'll shade out some edges. There's some part of it that are kind of going out of the. You see this side? I'll clean it out. Okay, I was not selecting on the actual brush tool. I was wondering why I was not cleaning. Yeah, so I'll clean out this area here, clean out this side. Then I'll just create another new layer for the shadow. Then I'll go down and maybe add some more shadows and stuff like that. So here I would I would just add shadows like this. Yeah, so I think this it works fine. Though I need to reduce the opacity of this one in a way so it doesn't look too darkish. Yeah, something like this.